The Weeknd writing himself, as fellating himself in this whole movie. That is the whole fucking movie. It's The Weeknd just sucking his own cock like, and you're like, why am I watching this shit? Hello, and welcome to Movie Kart. Today, no, not battle. Today we're gonna be talking about Hurry Up Tomorrow, the Weeknd movie, because I just saw it, and dear fucking God, I knew this was gonna be bad. I knew this was gonna be not good, very bad, poopy, shitty movie. I knew that. Just sometimes you don't expect to see the worst movie ever when you go to see a movie. It was dear fucking God. Okay, let's start with this shit. I've seen The Idol. I know some people haven't seen The Idol. I've seen it. I laughed out loud many times because that shit was fucking bad. So I already had preconceived notions of what The Weeknd was gonna be acting, and for the most part it's kind of like the same vibe, kind of like the same. Damn, almost got hit by my own shell. I got the vibes of okay, yeah, he's gonna act this way, he's gonna be like playing basically himself, because that's what he did in the Idol. But in this, it's just him. It's just him. Abel, I don't know what's the second name, but it's just him. And I knew I was in for a bad time. The biggest problem I have with this thing, in the myriad of fucking things that are bad with this thing, is the fact that this motherfucker sings a lot. Like, I'm talking about full songs, 3 minutes, multiple times you're hearing songs about him. The worst, there's two ones there. Ones are almost understandable. There's at the beginning there's a clip of him doing like a show, and you're seeing like how a good show of The Weeknd is supposed to be, because they are later they're gonna fuck it up, and it's like okay, yeah, I can. It's still pretty long, but I can watch this thing and not feel like my life is not worth it. The worst one is this fucking Jenna Ortega is in this shit. Jenna Ortega in this shit, and she's like a fan of this guy, a fan of The Weeknd. So they meet in the most fanfic way. She was in the audience and he fucks it up, and then he noticed her, and they have a connection, a sudden connection. Fast forward a bit. They fucked, and then The Weeknd is kind of an asshole, and then she just ties him up to a bed, and and she wants him to like be honest about something. They don't explain you at first what is it that she wants him to be honest about. But then she's like, I know you, and then she starts playing fucking Blinded by the Lights and dancing to it, and she's fucking dancing to this fucking song. And I was watching it because I said, this man wrote this movie. The Weeknd sit in front of a MacBook and got a word and decided like, what will work well here, notebook, I don't know whatever the fuck is in Macs, but he grabbed that. He wrote a scene of fucking Jenna Ortega fucking sitting there and explaining to him one of the most fucking basic songs that ever exists. The lyrics of this movie, she at one part she's like, oh, you feel like you have no sleep, you're blinded. The lyrics of it, she's like, I could not sleep. And I was like, what the why couldn't you have grabbed something? You wrote the fucking thing, you wrote the fucking movie. Why is she saying the same fucking thing about the song? And she's like dancing around the room, you're hearing the full fucking song, you know, blinded by the lights from start to finish. You're hearing it, you're like sitting there grabbing the fucking armrest of your fucking thing, watching it like fucking Clockwork Orange, you know. You're like, stop, but it doesn't stop. Even fucking The Weeknd is like, I'm not making stop. It's like fucking one thing I gotta give The Weeknd, the guy has funny expression. The guy's very funny to see. He's not very good at emoting in the sense of words. I don't think he expresses himself in the way that is necessary for the scene. He has good facial expressions, you know. He expresses himself when he's sad well. Other emotions, anger and shit like that, they don't come out of this guy. But when he's tied to the fucking bed, looking at the other thing, fucking that scene, he looks fucking horrified. He looks fucking traumatized and shit. And I understand, and I was there too. I was seeing this fucking suck ass scene, and then there's another one. The scene continues. It's one song, then another one. They do fucking Gasoline, I think it was. And Jenna Ortega is like, oh yeah, I like this song, but that, you know, it wasn't as popular as Blinded by the Lights. It kind of like a flop. And I felt like I'm just listening to The Weeknd talking, right? Is this what is happening right now? Is this what I'm fucking hearing right now? And she's so fucking insistent on describing the song in this semi like intellectual way that it doesn't work. It doesn't work because it feels so forced. And the fucking commentary, it is as deep as I don't fucking know. A pun will be too much. A fucking splash of water, I think that would be. It's the most surface level I just discovered and can comprehend music take, and it's from the motherfucker that wrote the songs. Is there, you know, it is fucking amazing how bad those scenes are, because the movie is not 100% bad. I think it has a few redeeming qualities. I think the directing, or the, you know, the guy that was in charge of the scenery, all those things, the photography, that guy was working overtime. That guy was, you know, trying with everything in his fucking repertoire to save this fucking movie, because Jesus Christ, it looks well, it looks fucking pretty as shit sometimes, and it has some creative takes. It also has it rips the fucking The Shining at a part where the guy's alone, The Weeknd, after he gets hit in the head. He's like, wakes up, I don't know where he's in. He's of course having like a dream sequence that lasts like fucking 3 fucking hours, because they were like, oh, maybe this movie is kind of short, you know. So they elongated every fucking scene. But yeah, this guy is alone and he's in an hotel, and and when he does that, he goes into this fucking part of the hotel with this side scene that is ripped straight out of The Shining. It is just a Shining scene. Then the guy goes outside, there's no one there, so I imagine it costs a bit of money to get, you know, a clean street, you know. Then there's like this horror sequence where he goes into like the sewers of this place, and there he sees like a demonic version of like Jenna Ortega, and she screams, you know. This is like the possession scene, the metro possession scene, and I was like, what the fuck is this fucking shit? What is this fucking thing? Because before that it was decent. It wasn't good. It wasn't good, but it was decent. It worked well because it had the story of I'm a fucking asshole, and everyone was like, yeah, man, you're kind of an asshole, but you're a fucking shit, man. You're a legend. You're the greatest man ever, and like, you know, The Weeknd writing himself, you know, as fellating himself in this whole movie. That is the whole fucking movie. It's The Weeknd just sucking his own cock like, and you're like, why am I watching this shit? Why did I waste my life into this fucking garbage? Oh, Neo Moses, that's gonna suck. But it was, oh my, it is so bad. And then it's all a fucking dream. I had to suffer. I had to fucking suffer this whole fucking movie, this whole fucking thing, having to see Jenna Ortega dance to fucking Blinded by the Lights while a fucking suck ass, like they explain the lyrics to this song that is the most basic fucking song, the most basic fucking lyrics. It's like, oh, you act like an asshole and you're mean to people and you're bad. I was like, yeah, that's the fucking that's the whole fucking The Weeknd persona. That's what he's been doing since the beginning. It's not something new. It's not something you have to explain to people. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. Jesus Christ, I have to see everything in this fucking movie just for at the end to be, yeah, Jen Ortega didn't exist, you know? And I was like, my fucking god, I have to see these fucking assholes' mommy issues. This fucking dude not being able to get over the ex, you know, and all this shit just for it to be a dream sequence. This whole thing was a dream. My God, I wanted to die. I wanted to kill myself in the theater, you know. I was like, I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna do it. And I was like, oh my, why? Why did it lasts like it's like an hour and a half? It's not even that long of a movie, and you know, I wanted to take my eyes out, you know, like the fucking what was it? The story, Greek tragedy. I don't remember. The guy that fucks his mom. Well, maybe it fits with this fucking thing, you know, with The Weeknd and all this weird fucking shit. But yeah, it was. I wouldn't say it was a good experience. I wouldn't say it was funny. It was funny. I laughed aloud many times because just this guy, man. There's a fucking reason what that scene of shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. What the fuck are you talking about? Because he's it's a scene that is supposed to be about this guy being annoyed and, you know, having like, look, I know we had something fun here, but this is just me being an asshole, okay? Go away, let me do my thing. You know, he's a fucking douchebag. That's the fucking thing. I'm being nice. And then I'm being nice. He's like the sassiest motherfucker I've ever seen. Like, neck from side to side, shaking his body. Like, shut the fuck up. There's a reason why that scene blew up as it did, because it's so fucking funny. And before that, it wasn't even that he acted that badly. It's just that scene stands out so much because it is so bad. It shows how little like his range is. Also, you cannot take the guy very seriously when he's trying to be threatening. It happens the same in The Idol, where he's trying to be, you know, menacing to the guy. His voice like very high pitched voice, and he's he's not that tall. So yeah, this is just fucking. And he sounds like a whiny baby. There's also this fucking scene where he's tied to the fucking bed, and he sounds like a child. He's all like, no, let me out. I understand that he's like fucking surprised, but it doesn't sound like he's getting desperate. It sounds like he's getting a kid that you didn't give candy to, and he's like, no, let me out, I want to be out. It's like, what the fuck? And yeah, oh my god, it was so bad. It was so fucking bad. I was, oh my fucking god, man. I was shocked, fucking shocked with this thing, because dear god, man, dear god, whoever, I mean, I knew who he was in that. Fucking Jenna Ortega was an executive producer, so that means she put money into this shit to make it. And I'm like, why do you put money into this? Why do you put money into fucking seeing The Weeknd suck his own cock two-handed, like stroking it up and down? I'm sorry for the visuals, but the guy sucks his own cock in so many ways. There's multiple characters that are like, you're a fucking genius, man, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Jesus Christ. At least there's one character that is like, you're pathetic, you know, that is the X. So yeah, at least that's fun. The guy has some, oh, that was weird. Yeah, I don't know what more to tell you, man. I don't know what more to tell you. It sucks. It could be funny. It could be, get a few friends when it's on, you know, on streaming, put it on, laugh your ass out, because the way that it's acting, the way that everything is represented is so fucking funny. I was alone, you know, in the thing. I was alone, nobody else was there, and I was laughing hysterically, you know, fucking clapping like, yeah, like this shit. It reminded me of the first time I saw Twilight, and I was fucking dying hysterically seeing it, because it is just that level of like, oh my fucking god, they wasted so much money into this thing. At least Twilight is kind of funny, you know, it's kind of like bad in a way, because, nah, oh my fucking god, yeah, don't see it. It's wait, that is, you know, pirate. I know I always try to be like, yeah, no, buy it legally, but nah, man. Watch a fucking grainy ass footage from a camera that nobody, from an empty cinema, where you hear a guy being like at the middle of every scene. Do that, enjoy that. That is gonna be the best experience for the thing, you know, laughing with that guy. Well, yeah, I'm gonna cut it here because I don't have anything else. I'm trying to do the video short, so yeah. But oh my fucking god. Oh, The Weeknd. Just do music, man. You're great at that. Keep doing that. Don't think you're an actor, man, please.